the other side. And when I say that, I hope you understand, I'm just using that as a descriptor. Two of those women came in, just like you did, and wanted to see me because they felt like they were being harassed by Ms. Graves. Okay? And I told them the same thing I've told Ms. Graves. People posting on social media and saying nasty things about each other does not on its face. They actually, the other side, let me again using that descriptor, had came in and sought, just as Ms. Graves did, to file criminal charges against each other for the, let's call it harassment, just as a simple descriptor. It wasn't criminal. Same thing I told Ms. Graves. It's not criminal. You're right. You could go on social media and call me the son of Satan.
Well, let me ask you,
criminal.
If I'm not mentioning your name and just mentioning a situation, and 6 people or 5 people, well, 6 should have been filing a suit, only 5 then, decided, we feel threatened. What's about the other 6 or 7 people? Does that put a hole in your story? Why would you feel threatened and these people don't?
I think what they felt...
And I didn't call their names. Nobody called their names.
I think what they felt is
trying
similar
to tell
to what...
me I'm insinuating something.
So I think what they felt is similar to what Ms. Graves expressed to me when I met with her, is these people, and they both use that term, these people are harassing me or implying that I was part of a criminal act. And then Ms. Graves was, these people are saying that I'm harassing them and I'm not. I'm just trying to find
That's
justice
insinuation.
for my daughter.
Why would Detective Michael Christian tell them go and get a gun permit?
I don't believe that anyone told them.
It came out in court. The judge has it on our record.
I understand. You said it earlier. Anybody can say anything. And I will
but
share
why
this
would
with
a detective even suggest, much less tell?
Okay. We've asked that question. Our detectives did not ask or say, you're getting harassed. We suggest you go get a gun.
I'm just getting it from the information and the facts that I sat and listened in the courtroom.
They may have asked, should we get a gun permit? Maybe he said if you need to. I don't know.
No. So
don't puff it.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
Don't paint
But
it that way.
I asked Detective Christian, yes, we did not tell anyone to go get a gun. Okay?
According to what he told you.
Yes.
But according to what the people said, understand, after they raised their right hand, that was...
Yes.
But it would have been perjury otherwise, so they spoke the truth.
And if they asked a question of, we're worried this crazy person is going to come to our house, I'm making, again, I don't know what they said, is going to come to our house and, should we get a gun permit? You can go get one if you want to. This is how you do it. I'm not saying... And then they said, the detective told us how to get a gun permit. Okay. But my point is, between this TPO issue and thing, is that's two groups of people pissed off at each other and accusing each other of other things. One got mad they were getting accused of or alleged to have been involved in something.
If
the
I
other one was
didn't call
that.
your name, I'm not accusing you. You insinuating that you are the person, and if you're insinuating because you have facts that you have shared with me,
there were social media posts.
And it's just a guilty conscience.
There were social media posts made that did everything but accuse the people at that house. You're right, it didn't say by name of. And I get, if you thought I was accusing you of something you had not done, and I'm not saying in this case, but let's just outside of this, let's say a business deal, that I was accusing you of being a crook in a business deal. It's not criminal, it's civil. You would take offense at that, likely. And so we're not putting a lot of credence.
Strong words.
Let me
I left before it went down.
Let me stop you right here.
What a witness went on the stand and said, I left before it went down.
All right, let me stop you right here.
Yeah, I'll stop. Mm-hmm.
Personally, the social media post, the TPOs, going back and forth, has no bearing on the facts of the case. And that's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of.
I'm just
Facts.
going
No, sir. Let me talk for a second.
Yeah, you talk.
Okay? That's no bearing. Let's don't muddy the water. Let's don't muddy the pool with all that nonsense. Okay?
Okay.
Let's don't do that.
Good choice of word.
Let's get to the facts of the case. And the facts and the evidence. That is what I've got
Well,
to
that's
get to.
what I'm here to
The
learn
facts
from you guys. And
well,
I
I've
ain't
got to
getting
learn
that.
from
I'm
you.
getting this choir preaching all the time.
But I'm not getting your information either. You say I've got information about
That's
a
what
cut
you
on the
were there
wrist.
for.
I've got a information on this.
You were
Give
there
it to me.
to give me the courtesy of
Give it to
sharing
me.
what information you have.
Well,
Nobody has even granted me
two-way
that
street.
courtesy.
It's a two-way street.
Nobody.
Okay.
It's not a two-way street.
Okay.
It's one way up to now. Nobody has even granted me a tidbit of courtesy.
So
The
You
call.
can see that we brought you in, showed you photos, we're meeting with
Exactly.
you today, we've met with you before, we've given you a
The-
lot
the
of
fact-
information.
I
We don't have an
requested
answer
all
yet.
those meetings that we had. I requested it.
Right,
And
and
we-
we've granted it.
Granted.
Okay. Nobody has called and said, well, this is where we are. We said, wait and hang on. We work choir preaching all the time.
But I'm not getting your information either. You say I've got information about
That's
a
what
cut
you
on the
were there
wrist.
for.
I've got a information on this.
You were
Give
there
it to me.
to give me the courtesy of
Give it to
sharing
me.
what information you have.
Well-
Nobody has even gone way up to now.
So
The
You can
call.
see that we brought you in, showed you photos.
well, you said we didn't look at people's cell phones. It would require a search warrant to take their cell phones and
Exactly,
be
so
able to get
get one.
that. Based upon what?
Based about
There was not enough
on an
probable
ongoing-
cause to get that.
Based on an ongoing case.
You can't. That's
that's
not
not
how
the
the
way
law
it
works.
Huh?
That's not how the law
That's
works.
how the law works. My grandfather was a judge in this country, and his 5 of his 9 kids are lawyers.
I could not have gotten search warrants for the people's cell phones there.
Yes,
There
you
was-
can.
No, I could not have. I
You want me to-
assure you, I could not have.
I know if you're investigating okay, suppose you went there and nobody wanted to talk. They all plead the fifth.
You're right. At that point, we would have to do more work and more work and more work to do.
Then do more work and more work, because
And
I'll
we
tell you
will.
what, the attendees, because I have sent away the chip from my daughter's phone to see what was erased from it. I should get it back pretty soon. If you're covering this thing here with everything, you make sure the day it happened, because I have some pictures, but I know that's not all the pictures she would send on Facebook. She Facebooked her stepdaughter at 12:30 in the night, so I know it had to happen after that. I have
To her neck region, let's call it that. I don't know specifics of
no broken neck.
what that was. Okay, then this is why I'm
My
telling you.
information comes from one of the most highly respected pathologists.
All right, give me his name, and I will call him today.
I have to get his permission. I
Get-
told
get
you
his-
that.
do you
Just
have-
give me that
Do you have his
courtesy.
number? Call him.
Not on me, right?
Call him. Tell him, please. Give him our information. Give him our
Yeah.
number. Give him
Well,
Tyler's
I know
number.
to get you.
Please.
I know to get you.
Please.
Can
Beg
you
him.
give me your card?
Absolutely.
Go to Tyler, because he's the one doing this, or Major Perkins, because the whole deal is I want these two guys to talk. I'm assuming they're both guys. I don't know. Could be pathologist, could be male or female.
I think you guys
I want these
know
two
who it
doctors
is.
to talk.
Yeah.
So again, let's let them talk. But preliminary, from what there was a fracture, they didn't think that was fatal. They thought that she could have moved,
Yeah, and I want to say
Had the
she
ability to
had a lacerated heart.
and something with the heart. Again, I was briefed 5 or 6
You know
weeks ago
about
about
that.
this.
What's that? Yeah, I know about the lacerated heart. Yeah,
Yeah. So again,
What else you know? What else?
I can't tell you just off the top, and that's just what I remember from talking to the thing. I didn't bring the whole case file in.
And that was preliminary. How long ago?
Whenever right after the autopsy.
so I mean, it would have been. We're talking weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ago. Like
These people
6, 7,
that
8 weeks
took
ago.
that went out of their way and so on. I I went to court. I listened to it properly. There's some guy I just don't trust at all, Michael, whatever his name. You know what I'm talking about?
It was what now?
Michael, whatever.
Christian?
No,
Detective?
no.
Oh, one of the witnesses there?
Yeah, who filed the lawsuit?
Who what?
Filed the lawsuit.
Okay.
I guess.
So this is the first time I'm seeing these people.
Okay.
So I was looking at them. Yeah, I'm not born in that world. A story that was well rehearsed. And every person had the exact same story that I could have even repeated before not repeat, but
We have interviewed
I have
most of these folks at
I
least
have one
once.
thing that struck me deep. Michelle knows the name. I have it written down. She said she left before it went down. You should have the hard facts that I have accumulated. That's why my first response to you when I came in, you tell me what you know.
So, and that is, we look at factual evidence. So we look at
Wasn't fatal. It wouldn't have been a fatal fracture, but it was broken.
No, it was not.
okay, then this is all right. This is where
from what I was told
Okay.
from my
all right.
pathologist.
So let me share. We're telling you what the preliminary, some of the preliminary stuff. we're
Oh, that's
sharing with you.
preliminary.
Preliminary from
Okay,
our
so don't
ME.
state it as a fact.
Okay. Well, this is what the ME is telling us in their preliminary. They have stated it fact. Now we have to wait for the final report to see that they go back and review everything again before they write the report. We do that.
And I'm
Insinuated that
I'm
it
just
might be
speculating here.
not broken to cause instant death.
She also had a brain injury
She had a
plus
brain
a lacerated heart.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Again.
if death came within, 5 seconds, she moves a little bit, and then she finally
And
collapses.
that's
and dies.
contradicting what this gentleman
No,
was
it's
saying.
talking about a few
No, that's
seconds,
not.
sir.
That is saying
A few
exactly
seconds.
what happened.
A few seconds.
All right,
It's
guys.
possible
There could-
that
there
you might
could-
have-
Can I bring in Michelle now because I don't want to be
No.
here all day.
Well, no, I mean
She has some questions to ask
So-
you guys. Listen to me, depending on.
and my internal affairs investigator is going to speak with Ms. Graves and share with her. And I'll tell you this: she's filed a number of things. The reason I won't speak with Ms. Graves, and I'm being very blunt, okay, she has misrepresented several things that I said to her, and I have no interest.
Which I don't know.
I know, sir, and I don't blame you for that, and I'm not mad at her, but I'm not going to conduct what is a serious business with someone who's going to go out and publicly misrepresent it. Okay, that's my opinion, and that's right or wrong. It is my opinion. Okay, that has nothing to do with your daughter's case. She made an allegation that this Jose guy, whatever his last name is, I don't even. You know what I'm talking about. Okay,
Who
that-
didn't appear understand to be cross-examined.
during this she felt somebody had stolen her ID, and then I spoke with her. No one had stolen her ID, but she made an allegation. She thought that he was accessing records through whatever.
So how would they get it?
So,
When I know they had it.
all right.
I know that for a fact.
Well,
This is
I do,
factual
but I
speech.
also showed her, okay, how you can run through a public search database, and I basically showed her all the information that we pulled, that was there that somebody could access without there. But it did make me go back and look. I ordered an internal audit of our computer systems. The judicial system, which is the courts over there, okay, they have a pretrial diversion. That's who Jose worked for, okay? They have access to our basic police reports because they deal with people who've been arrested for pretrial
Right.
stuff, okay? And what I found out was he had accessed the initial incident report, which is a public record, and the statements, which are public record. But he had no authority to do that. And when I say that, it wasn't one of his pretrial detainees that he was doing business with, right, for his job. He used his position to access our records. He could have filed an open records request and got it, but he used that computer system.
Not a
improperly.
driver's license number.
So,
Unless you
think
have the number and you input it.
Right. Unless
They would
we
not
had,
give you a driver's license.
he did not search Miss Graves by name. You know what I'm saying? I have the complete audit trail, but he did, and I thought it was improper. And I'll be honest with you, I went to the judge's office and to the court administrator that he works for, and I raised hell.
Okay.
And I cut his access off right then. They subsequently fired him.